What's up, everyone? It's Hunter here, and I'm back with another 2-Minute Tuesday. So last week I gave you guys the assignment of tracking your food and weight. And now this week I'm gonna show and tell you what we can do with those numbers. So first is the weight aspect. Weight isn't going to be the only way to tell if your diet is working for you, because you can gain and lose weight at the same time. You can build muscle and burn fat simultaneously. But for the scope of this little lecture here, we're looking at just the goal of losing weight, gaining weight, or maintaining weight. So your weight from week to week on the scale is going to tell you whether or not your diet is working. So if your goal this past week was to lose weight and your weight went down on the scale, it's working, keep it up, and we'll use the numbers in MyFitnessPal to continue doing that. If your goal was to lose weight and your weight went up or stayed the same, we can adjust those numbers in MyFitnessPal to help you start working toward that goal. If you started making progress towards your goal, awesome, keep doing what you're doing, but we can use the information from MyFitnessPal and tracking your food to continue progressing and make sure that you don't plateau in reaching that goal. So that's where MyFitnessPal comes into play. I'm going to do the best I can to edit in a video of me screen sharing on my phone where to find these things in the app, but I'm going to do my best to also just explain it for you. So the number that we're looking for this week is just the total calories that we had, and we're gonna try and find the average for the past week. So the great thing about MyFitnessPal is if you perfectly tracked your food, the app will do all of the work for you. So if you go into the app, click on the diary button at the bottom of the page, and then scroll all the way to the bottom, there is a nutrition button. When you click that nutrition button, it brings up the nutrition for the current day. Toward the top in the middle, you can change it from day view to weekly view. And when you change that, it'll show you the average for the past 7 days. So we want to click on the calories on the left and look at the average calories for the week that we just tracked. And in the bottom, it shows you exactly how many calories you had, whether you were in a surplus or a deficit of what the app set as your goal. And those are the numbers that we're looking for. Now, unfortunately, if you missed a day or only tracked half of your food one day, this method won't work. So what I would advise you doing is going back to that nutrition tab and changing it back to the daily view or the single day. And then you can click back where it says today. You can click the little arrow to the left of that to go back a day. And you can go back each day and find just 3 of them that you were relatively close on your food. And I would advise trying to find like 2 weekdays and 1 weekend day to find a good average that you ate for the entire week. Once we have that average number, whether it's from the weekly view or from the daily view, we have kind of a goal that we can set. So if your weight did exactly what you want it to do, try and hit that average number that you were hitting for the next week. If you were trying to lose weight and you didn't, try subtracting about 200 calories from that average number and then try and hit that each day for the next week. And then we'll revisit and see if you made any progress next time. If not, then we can take out some more calories. I like to use this method of comparing my weight gain or weight loss to this average number rather than using the goal that MyFitnessPal sets for you, because as you start to learn how to do this better, you are gonna get to know your body way better than any app ever could. So just stick with me and adapt this approach each week, and you'll get better and better at getting really close to that target calorie goal for the day. Or if you go over one day, you'll figure out how to be under the next so that that average stays the same over the week. And then that'll help you just exponentially get closer to your goal. Finally, I have one assignment for you guys for this week. So this week, I want you to continue doing exactly what you were doing. Weigh yourself same time next week, and then continue tracking your food. Try and get better at tracking your food and make sure that you do everything so that the app can do the work for you and you don't have to do any math next week. Also, try and experiment with different foods. See how different things can fit into your diet. I typically only track 1 or 2 days and then I eat the same thing for 2 weeks on end until I get bored of it. But you definitely don't have to take that approach. try and experiment with different foods, see what fits into your calorie count for the day, and we'll go from there. Next week, I'm going to teach you everything about what macros or macronutrients are and what about them matters and what we need to pay attention to. So go ahead, keep track of your weight for next week, and then we'll explain a little bit more in depth of what we can do with these numbers. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.